Okay, so what's up, y'all? So I don't even know what's the title of this video. Honestly, like this past year has been just so freaking crazy. Like right now, my eyes are all swollen and everything. I've been crying. I've been drinking. Like it's just been a freaking hot mess. So like, let me just start from what started off my day. Well, not even what started off my day, but what started off this episode, as I call it. So I'm at work, minding my business, doing my job. This person comes in, and I don't want to give too many specific details because, I don't want people to know where I work at and what I do too much and all that other stuff because, let's be honest, like some people just do stupid crap, you know what I mean? And I just don't have the energy, the time, the space for the drama in my plate. Like, I don't need no mess. Anyway, so this person comes in, and at my job, there's a certain types of forms that we have to have completed by a third party, not by the person who actually brings it in. So on that form, it specifically, states, this part is for you to sign, this part is for another person to fill out. You only sign as your authorization. I even highlighted where she needs to sign, all that stuff. She came in there, the form was completely filled out. I cannot take a hand-delivered form. It has to come directly from the third party or the entity. So I tried to explain that to her. Karen wanted to get loud, and she started doing a hoot and hollering. She even asked for all her paperwork back, said she was going to give it to corporate. And I'm just like, I get paid either way. If you don't want to do what you have to do for your family, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to argue with you. Like, between my personal life, my educational life, my financial life, my home life, my love life, my work life, it's just a little bit too much going on right now for me. So it's like, I'm not going to do this with you. This lady was like raising her voice, standing over me, all this stuff. And I'm like, at this point, you need to leave. You need to leave because you're walking into a business. You're not walking into, a Saturday afternoon cookout with your friends where you can do the hooting and hollering and be crazy and everyone's like, oh, that's just Jennifer. You're in a business, and I'm not going to tolerate anybody speaking to me in a way that I don't like to be spoken to. I can provide the best customer service under the correct circumstances. So if you're not allowing me to assist you in a way that is effective for the both of us, it's just done. Just leave. We can deal with this another day when you're calm and I don't have to be subjected to the verbal abuse. Let's do it that way because it's just like, I'm just not one of those type of people that's going to, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I apologize. I'm not going to do that while you're sitting here yelling over me, disrespecting me, cursing and whatnot. Monkeypox is going on. So you think you're about to stand over me, possibly spitting on me on my desk? I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to do that. So anyway, after that mess, I was just like, you know what? Like, okay, whatever. You're done. You're done. So anyway, I get a phone call, and it's from my oldest daughter. I don't want to get into too many details what's going on with that right now. It's just something going on with her school situation, and that in itself has been pretty hectic to try to get worked out. I don't have another person that can do things when I'm not available to do them. You know what I mean? If I'm too busy with work or if I got to do this, someone else who can step in. Okay, babe, don't worry about it. I got it. Where do I need to go? What do I need to do? I don't have that. So everything is all on me. Everything. So earlier today, I went to, all the schools I needed to go to, everybody I needed to speak to, I spoke to them, but I'm still kind of like in limbo and waiting to hear about that. So she's calling me nonstop to try to get updates. What's going on? What's going on? What did they say? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I have to wait for somebody else. And I had talked to somebody else just to find out that I had to wait for somebody else to speak with them. And it's just like, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on it best as I could. While I was on the phone with her, I get a call from an old friend. And I'm like, I've talked to you several times today. I'll see you later on this evening. I still don't have a further update. I got another call coming in. Let me go ahead and deal with that. I'll go ahead and talk to you later on today. So I get off the phone. I'll talk to my friend. I'm able to vent a little bit, which was okay. Right after I get off the phone with my friend, somebody else calls me. And this was somebody I literally just started talking to online. Today was literally the first time that we actually spoke to each other on the phone. And I guess maybe I should not have taken the call because I'll be honest, like, At this point, I cannot deal with any BS from any men right now. I really freaking can't. You know what I mean? I was dating this guy, and it's like, what I want to do, what I want to be able to do is give you guys, like, I don't know, like, series or episodes or something like that. Well, I tell you guys about these guys that I'm freaking dating, because, I mean, some of this stuff that these guys say and do, you would not believe it. I'm telling you, like, you would not believe it. I could pay you, and you probably still wouldn't believe it. It's just absolutely unbelievable. So anyway, I hadn't even had the chance to tell you about this guy. So this guy I've been dating for the past month, Derelle. I don't even have time to go into, the whole story with him right now, because I just don't want this video to be super, super long. But, I'm just kind of like venting right now. But anyway, with this guy, let me go into some details so you guys have a background. So he has once done 10 years in prison. Right now, he's living in a place where his rent is half the amount of my rent. He doesn't have any kids. He's never been married. So he's like 4 years older than me. Not that much older. He's in his 30s. I'm in my 30s. So he's 4 years older than me. Not that, it's not a big deal. I feel like this guy, you know what I mean? If he wanted to do for his woman, he would. And so I asked him one night, and like, before I even get into like what it is that I asked him for, let me just say this. When he comes over to my place, he does not have to lift a finger. He doesn't have to bring $1. He doesn't have to worry about anything. I'll take care of everything. I cook dinner. I bring him a plate of food. I bring him something to drink. When he's done, I take the food and the cup away. I wash the dishes. I put the food away. Like, I literally do everything. So when I asked him, because I've dropped hints several times. Oh my God, I got mascara under my eyes. I asked him several times, you know what I mean? Or dropped hints several times about, I like flowers. I do like sweet things. I like guys to be charming and sweet and do nice things for me. Has he ever done anything for me? No, nothing at all. When he comes over here with his you-know-what in his hands and expect it to just be like a freaking, like a Burger King. You just have it your way. Whatever you want, it's right there at your fingertips. You know what I mean? You don't have to do anything. Babe. That's all you got to freaking do, and then you get all this stuff. And I just feel like the relationship was truly one-sided. You know what I mean? I'm in a situation like that. You cook for your man. I would even pack lunches for this guy, y'all. And I'm just thinking, like, how bad would it be if one day you said, babe, don't worry about cooking anything tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just bring over some takeover. And then you show up at my door, because I would have been happy with just a takeover. I'm like, okay, I don't have to cook, so I can just, clean up the kitchen, do a little bit like cleaning around the house before you get here, and, that's fine. That's we're gonna watch TV, we're gonna talk, we're gonna spend time together. I would have been perfectly fine with that. So had he done something like that and showed up with some flowers, y'all, what? And I'm telling you, you can get flowers for like less than $5 from the grocery store. So the fact that men just don't do little things like that, it's just really sad. It's really, really, really sad. So anyway, me and him are still trying to figure things out. It's more so him trying to figure things out. Me personally, I'm kind of already mentally checked out, because now we're at the point where he says I'm nagging. And I feel like if you feel like your woman is nagging, what that actually is that she has openly communicated to you what she needs, what she wants and what she likes as a woman, and you're not doing anything differently. You're not meeting her needs. So again, she wants to stay with you. So she again reiterates that, this is what she wants. This is what she needs. She really wants to see a change. Again, you don't feel like you got to do all that stuff. Oh, flowers are a waste of money and blah, 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 blah. Whatever stupid, ignorant thoughts people think of to tell themselves, I'm just going to completely ignore what I just heard and I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't know how you want to word it, but whatever. So whatever way you guys come up with your thought process for ignoring us trying to openly communicate and be honest with you like adults about what it is that we need and what we like, we have no problem doing that when it comes to jobs. You know what I mean? Like, if they want you to do something different and you feel like you want to get paid more money, 9 times out of 10, you'll ask about the pay or say, you'll say something, you'll speak up. But it's just so interesting that when a woman does that and she's in a relationship with somebody and she's just trying to communicate, hey, listen, You know, I know we're still getting to know each other. You know, I understand this is the way you do things. However, this is the way that I like things, you know, so I would like it if things, you know, if you could do that for, and it's just like in one ear, out the other. Like, come on now. What you going to do in that situation? You're going to get yourself onto these daggone job search apps quick, fast, and in a hurry. You're going to start looking for something else. So that's what's been going on. You know, I'm not sure that things are going to work out with him. So I'm looking for something else. And this dude is like, you know, I'm not even going to say the last part because I got family that watch this. So I'm not even going to say this. But, you know, whatever. If I be wanting to talk, but it's like, I know my family, some of my family members know about this and they be coming on here. So it's just like, I can't openly talk to y'all the way I wish I could sometimes. So anyway, so we'll fast forward a little bit. So yesterday I went out, yesterday was Sunday. I went out with somebody else. We went to get some lunch, and this guy, like, he's like, yeah, I got some friends that are playing in a band down by the beach. We're going to go there. No, we're not. It's like, I'm not in the mood for all that. I don't feel like doing all of that. You know, it's freaking, it's hot as hell. Like, I just want to finish up my lunch with you, and I want to get back home, and I want to finish binge watching Stranger Things. I heard so much stuff about this show, and I just started to watch it, and I'm actually interested in it. So I want to finish watching my show. So he's like, okay, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. But, you know, we could just go to the beach and such and such. And I'm like, you just said that you got friends that are playing in a band or something down by the beach. Now you're telling me, oh, well, let's just go to the beach so we can happen to run into. I'm just like, why are you so pressed to get me down by the beach? Like, what is going on with you? I'm just like, no, you're going to take me back to my car, and that's going to be that. First of all, I should not have let him take me to my car. I did meet him someplace, and then we ended up going someplace together. But, I mean, ladies, as you know, these dudes be on some other stuff these days. Please do not learn from my mistakes, y'all. Don't do that stuff. Because it got to be a moment where I started thinking to myself, like, oh my God, am I going to have to get an Uber back to my car? Like, does he think that he's going to freaking just take me wherever the heck he wants to go with me because he drove here? Like, it got to a moment where I was actually starting to worry. Anyway, I don't want to get into too many more details with that. I mean, he seemed like an okay guy, but he said that I had this vibe where it seemed like, you know, he likes my energy, but my vibe is off, and it just seems like I'm angry about stuff. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, and I speak to another guy today, you know what I mean? Like, these days, if I'm single, you're not my man, I'm going to keep it moving, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, I don't want to be sitting at home on a Friday night or a Saturday night all by myself. What is this piece of hair sticking out? I'm sorry, y'all. I just need to see what's going on here. Yeah, so I don't want to... Okay, no, we got to fix that. I don't want to be sitting in the house on a Friday night or like a Saturday night all by myself. So it's just like, you know, I need to know what the situation is. Oh my God, this is so distracting. Okay, that's better. I don't know. We'll fix it. I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah, I don't even know where I was just now. But yeah, like, I don't want to be sitting in the house on the weekend. So I'm going to keep it moving. You know, I'm not just going to talk to one person and focus all of my energy on one person unless you are my man and we're in a relationship. So yeah, I kept it moving. So I'm speaking to this other guy, and he's talking about how it seems like I'm angry and how I just need to take a break and this, that, and the other. I have another guy named Ricky. Ricky gets on my nerves. Seriously, I've been talking to Ricky since mid-April. We started talking the day before my birthday when I was talking to this other guy, Bacardi, who I really freaking like, who was my boyfriend at the time. But he was treating me like shit. He was starting to disappear. He was starting to ghost me. I could tell that this relationship, whatever, or situationship, I could tell it was coming to an end. And I just don't like to be alone. I don't like to be by myself. So it's like, I'm not going to wait until you just straight up freaking dump me out on my ass to go ahead and start talking to somebody else or looking for somebody else. So I started talking to Ricky. And, you know, Ricky, me and him have been like kind of back and forth for the past couple months. I don't know what this guy's got going on. I don't like dating or dealing with guys who have been divorced before, because it just seems like what it is that I want and what they want is two different directions. One thing to be worried about with guys who have been married and are now divorced, especially if they're like divorced under 5 years, they're not looking for a relationship. They really just want to be able to sleep with you without any type of commitment. Hello, they just got out of a marriage. So I really shouldn't even have been talking to Ricky from jump. But I figure, you know, his divorce was over 5 years ago. Let's just talk to him and see what happens. And we started talking the day before my birthday. The day of my birthday, I never heard from my well, my now ex-boyfriend, Bacardi, the entire day, y'all. And I was not expecting that. This guy never said anything to me for my birthday. But who was there? Ricky. So Ricky and I spent the entire evening just talking on the phone. You know what I mean? And we had a really good conversation. And of course, you spend 2-3 hours on the phone with somebody. What do you think you're going to do the next day? You're going to talk to them more. And then, after that, we just talked the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. And then we, kind of met up for a little bit. That was cool. It was more so just like introductions. And then a couple of weeks later, we ended up going to like this Mexican restaurant, had some margaritas, had some food. That went good. We hung out some more, just more conversation. Like, it just kind of like slowly progressed with him. So we started talking in April. It's now August. So let me see. Let me do the math. Y'all, don't mind my little dumb moment. May, June, July, August. Okay, so it's only been like, 3-4 months since we've been talking. So it's not been long at all. He's supposed to be moving soon because he's in the military and now they want him to go to Oregon. So I think like August, September, October, November. I think 2 months. I think it was October, not November. I think in 2 months he's got to move away. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, we've been in talking stage for months. And this is honestly the longest. Like, I don't think I will ever forget Ricky because this is the longest talking stage I have ever had with anybody. But I mean, we're just talking, we're just talking every day, just talking. And I'm bored. I'm really freaking bored. But anyway, earlier I was talking about how I had spoken to 2 guys in the last 24 hours who are both saying like, my energy is off and it just seems like I'm angry and I need to take a break. Ricky is the one that I've talked to about stuff like that. Like, what's odd about the whole situation, I talked to Ricky more about these relationships and my trials and tribulations with dating than anybody else. Like, at this point, it's becoming, I turn to him more than I turn to my own mother. Like, I like to talk to him. And the craziest thing is, like, I feel every feeling that you can possibly feel in life for another human being, all at the same time when I deal with him. You know what I mean? Like, all at the same time in general. It's like, on him, I hate him for not being my man and just giving me what I want. But at the same time, like, he makes me happy. He makes me laugh. He's reasonable. He's smart. He makes me think. He makes me want to be better and feel like I need to step my game up in certain areas. He makes me have, like, accountability, but, like, not in a bad way that I feel like I'm being judged. You know what I mean? Like, accountability in a way that I feel like it's all positive. It's all meant to make me better. Like, he makes me think, like, about things that I just weren't really thinking about, Like, when it comes to men, and I'm like, oh, he's ready to be in a relationship and so am I. So, fuck you, Ricky. I'm just going to go be with him. And then Ricky would be like, okay, well, he wants to be in a relationship now, but, is he mentally, is he emotionally intelligent? Is he going to be with you for the long haul? Like, is he just this, that, and the other? I mean, you say that he does this and he does that. Is that something in the long term that you think is just going to go away? And, like, he's so reasonable and he's so sensible. Like, if there was ever anybody that I wish was my man, it's Ricky. Like, I feel like without him, I freaking spiral. Like, I spiral. And that's also scary because it's like, you never want to risk, how do I word it? Like, you never want to risk you being better, being dependent on another person. And that's what I feel like with him. Like, he makes me want to be better, and I actually can be better with him. You know what I mean? Because when things were great with us, I was on the track to being better. But then when I found out that, he's not going to be my man, I just kind of began to spiral. So, I mean, like, that can be kind of scary. It's like, if I can't be better with him, then what happens when he's not here? He's not around at all. Do I just continue to spiral? Like, I don't know I can't even explain like what this is that I feel for him. I don't know that I don't think that I love him. I don't think that I do. I don't know that I do. I mean, what is love anymore these days? Like, oh my God, y'all. It's so crazy out here. It's so crazy. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm an overthinker. All I do is just think. Even when I'm like at work and I'm typing stuff up, like I'll be typing, I'll talk to you on the phone, you'll be going on and on. But literally, I'm like, I start thinking about my life and about these people that I have in my life. And like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like more lost than I was when I was in my 20s, when things were supposed to be more simple, you know. Like, I was actually thinking, like, I'm about to go visit my dad for the weekend. But you know the funniest part? My dad has never come to visit me for the weekend. Like, no matter what state he lived in, what state I lived in. I think that's probably a part of the problem. But, you know, we're not going to get into that right now. Like, Lord knows I don't have money or time to go to see, you know, a therapist. I'm not crazy, but like a lot of us, you know, I'm dealing with some emotional baggage from things when I was younger. And unfortunately, that stuff just never goes away, especially when you continue to compound it, you know, with more and more and more problems. And unfortunately, it's not just me, it's the people that I allow into my life. So I wish I did a better job of like weeding people out, but I don't know. We all have things to work on, right? All right. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video here. It's not really like an update. It's just me kind of like ranting, getting some stuff off my chest or whatever. But I mean, on the bright side, it's August. Fall's coming soon. You know, break out the Ugg boots and the sweaters. Boop. Because I love that. But other than that, y'all, I'm messed up. I am messed up, and I am finally at a point where I can finally admit it. Especially talking to two people less than 24 hours who telling you, oh, you seem angry, you seem like this, you seem like you need to take a break. Yeah, I think you're right. So I did disable my dating app profiles. I think right now I think I actually will take a break. I think I will take a break because it's just exhausting. Like, I just want to be somebody's wife. I just want to get married. I just want to have another baby. I want to have a family. I want to do things together. Even if it's sit in the backyard and build a fire pit and roast marshmallows and tell each other corny little spooky stories. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of being in the dating scene. You know what I mean? I really do just want a family. You know, just want a family. But I'm done for the video. Yeah, until next time, y'all. Peace.